Hello everybody. Welcome back to PW with me Vandana in IELTS Question Bank series. Now in today's lecture, we are going to be diving deep into IELTS listening module. So let's quickly get started without much ado and break it down in small little tidbits so that you can score high on the day of exam. Here we go. Alright, so let's get started with the duration and overview of the listening module first, and then we'll dive deep into it and we'll do some live practice as well. Okay, so what's going to be the duration of your listening module? Well, it's going to be roughly, I'm saying roughly, okay, roughly around 30 minutes. What do I mean by that? Well, it can be roughly means it can be 28 minutes as well. It can be 32 minutes as well. So it's approximate time. But after 30 minutes, it depends whether you have booked paper-based exam or computer-based exam. Now, if you are somebody who has booked paper-based test, then after 30 minutes, you get 10 minutes extra. Now, why do you get these 10 minutes extra? This is your transfer time, so that whatever answers you had written while the audio was being played. See, when the audio is being played in the IELTS module, in the IELTS listening module, we have to do multitasking. We have to listen to the audio and at the same time we have to write, and simultaneously we have to read the questions as well. So when the audio is going on, you have to scribble and write quickly, and you do that on the question booklet. So later you are given 10 extra minutes so that you can transfer your answers to the answer sheet in neat handwriting with correct spellings. That's the whole purpose of these 10 extra minutes in paper-based test. But coming to computer-based test, here it's a little different story, because you are given firstly only 2 minutes extra. And trust me, this is not a problem at all. If you are thinking, oh my God, 10 minutes extra and 2 minutes extra only in CBT, well, there's a logic. You don't really need 10 minutes in computer-based of IELTS listening, because you are not supposed to transfer your answers anywhere. आपको transfer तो करने नहीं है ना answers कहीं भी. आप तो straight away screen पे software पे type करोगे अपने answers. तो आपको 10 मिनट क्यों चाहिए फिर computer-based में? You just don't need them, okay? And coming to number of parts, like it's already written over here, the listening module is divided in 4 parts. And each part contains how many questions? 10 questions each. So a total of 40 questions you will be answering in a span of 30 long minutes. You'll have to maintain your pace with the audio, right? Now, what to expect in each of the parts? तो आपको कोई इंग्लिश सॉन्ग्स प्ले करके सॉन्ग्स नहीं सुनाने वाला है. अनफॉर्चुनेटली नो ब्रिटनी स्पीयर्स इज गोइंग टू बी प्लेड, नो रिहाना, नो. So let's understand what is going to happen here. In part 1, you are going to hear formal conversation, and it can be sometimes informal as well, where one person asks a lot of questions and the other poor guy has to answer all those questions. So usually in part 1, you get blanks kind of questions like notes completion, table completion, form completion question. This is something that you get in part 1. This part is pretty easy, and that is why in part 1, you should perform flawlessly. You should target 10 on 10 in this part, because part 1 is pretty simple. Moving on to part 2, here you get a monologue. Monologue means when only one person speaks. A lecture kind of thing, जो मैं अभी कर रही हूँ, right? So this is about a monologue, only one person speaks. Part 3 is an academic conversation, and a lot of students find part 3 level a bit advanced level, and we'll be covering this also, don't worry. Not today, but in the coming sessions, we are going to cover the entire listening module, okay? Anyway, let's understand what happens in part 3. So here, you hear a conversation on something academic. So sometimes, okay, somebody is blowing smileys and hearts, thank you, whoever it is. So sometimes you will hear 2 students, and sometimes a tutor also joins in, and they conversate on some academic stuff. It can be a project, presentation, assignment, anything like that. Okay, Amazon gadget seller, hello, very high to you. A big hi, actually. How are you doing? It would be great if I knew your real name, because calling you Amazon gadget seller sounds a little weird, isn't it? Okay, so fine. Moving on to the fourth part. Here also you hear a monologue. Monologue means only one person speaks, no lecture kind of thing. And here also your monologue is going to be on an academic topic. कुछ तो पढ़ाई से related topic होने वाला है आपका, उसके ऊपर आपको यहाँ पे lecture सुनाई देता है पार्ट 4 में academic. Right, now let's understand, if you write any wrong answer, then what happens? Is there any negative marking? Well, there isn't, and that's your biggest saving grace. There is no negative marking. What does that mean? So should you leave any blank if you are not sure of an answer? Well, definitely not. Even if you are not sure of an answer, you should still make an educated guess and write something, but don't leave anything blank. All 40 questions, make sure you attempt them, because there's no negative marking, guys. Okay, and this is your biggest saving grace, number 2. So answers are in sequence. That means after answer number 1, the speaker is not going to jump to answer number 5 and then come back to number 2. That haphazard way will not be followed. The speaker is always going to proceed in sequence. So after answer number 1, you will get number 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. And that truly makes your life simple, isn't it? Just remember one thing, the level of difficulty increases as you proceed. And that is why the last 2 part you might find a little more difficult. Level of difficulty increases as you proceed. So you might find part 3 and part 4 a little more challenging than part 1 and 2. And that is why I advise my students कि भाई पहले 2 parts में तो 20 on 20 secure कर ही लेना, cause the first and second part they are simple. वहाँ पे तो flawless performance करनी ही करनी है. Okay, so now let's get started. We are going to dive deep into some quick tips, and after telling you about tips, we are going to dive deep into questions, and I've got a lot of questions for you to practice, so stay tuned. Okay, so tips and strategies. Understand the word limit. सबसे पहले तो whenever they give you blanks, understand the word limit. Okay, so if in the word limit they are saying that you are not allowed to write more than 1 word and you write 2 words, so that answer will be marked wrong. So please understand that. And then it says the word or words should fit in grammatically in fill-ups. This is super duper important, and this applies to your reading module as well. So whenever you are given fill-ups, whatever you are writing in those blanks, if that word is fitting in, tab to theek hai. But if that word is not fitting in, that word is not your answer. So grammar matters a lot. And then be careful of singular and plural cases. Also, be very careful of this, because if you ignore these things, then तो बहुत heartbreaking वाले errors होने वाले हैं. What do I mean by that? For example, if in the audio the speaker says laptop, but you end up writing laptops, एक सिर्फ extra s की वजह से this answer is going to be marked wrong, and vice versa. Vice versa means if the speaker in the audio says laptops, but you are writing laptop, you're not gonna get any score. स्कूल में तो आधा आधा नंबर मिल जाता था ना ऐसे एरर्स के बाद, यहाँ नहीं मिलने वाला है. Hi Mohammed, thank you very much to you too. Thank you for joining. So yes, यहाँ पे नहीं मिलने वाला है वो आधा नंबर IELTS में, right? So be very careful of those S sounds. Right? Moving on, know that there will be distractors. Distractors means extra information. देखो IELTS है. Question paper कौन set करता है? Cambridge Assessment English. They have high standards. They are not going to make it a piece of cake for you. Right? But if you know these things, you can make it a piece of cake for yourself. So what do I mean when I say that there will be distractors? Basically, अगर आपको पता है कि okay, I am keeping my ears open for a number. यहाँ पे मुझे एक number चाहिए इस answer के लिए. आपको दिख रहा है करेंसी सिंबल एंड यू कैन प्रिडिक्ट कि यहाँ पे कुछ तो नंबर आएगा. दे आर नॉट गोइंग टू स्पीक जस्ट वन नंबर इन द ऑडियो फॉर श्योर. एक नंबर नहीं बोलेंगे वो, दे विल टॉक अबाउट 2 to 3 numbers. So those extra 2-3 numbers are your distractors. That's your extra information. क्यों दी जाती है extra information? To make your life simple? Well, to distract you, okay, to confuse you. Hi Rahman, a very good evening. No, not Rahman, Batman. Interesting names you guys have. Somebody here is Amazon gadget seller, somebody here is Batman. Cool, very good. Okay, moving on. These are some most important keywords, guys. Proper nouns, numbers, subheadings. देखो होता क्या है? When the audio starts, उससे पहले आपको time दिया जाता है. You are given some time to read the questions. In that time, we will do it today also. We will highlight the keywords. Now the thing is, keywords, the ones that we highlight, may not be spoken in the audio because the language is paraphrased. Language तो change करी होती है audio में. वो इतना simple तो game बनाएंगे नहीं आपके लिए कि same language बोल देंगे. Now because the language is paraphrased, हमारे कुछ ऐसे keywords होते हैं. There are some keywords which can't be paraphrased, जो change नहीं हो सकते. For example, Delhi is Delhi, Vandana is Vandana. These are proper nouns. So proper nouns are names and they can't be changed. And then your numbers. Numbers also, the way they are written in the questions, the same numbers will be spoken. So that these are, and then subheadings. Sometimes, you know what happens, you lose your track in the audio. To get back on track, subheadings will help you a lot. So keep your eyes open for them. Okay, moving on. Don't expect, like I said, don't expect the same language that is written in questions. जो questions में लिखा है वो बोला नहीं जाएगा. Synonyms use करे जाएंगे, language paraphrased होगी. The meaning will be same. For example, if in the questions it's written appropriate, then in the audio they may say suitable. So the meaning will be same, but language is not going to be same. And it's possible to an extent to predict some answers. Like I said, आपको ऑडियो सुनने से पहले कई बारी आपको पता चल जाता है कि ओके, फॉर दिस ब्लैंक आई नीड टू हियर फॉर अ कलर, फॉर दिस ब्लैंक आई नीड टू हियर फॉर अ नंबर बिकॉज यू कैन सी द करेंसी सिंबल. सो दिस मच प्रिडिक्शन इज पॉसिबल एंड मेक द मोस्ट ऑफ इट. I mean, predict as much as possible. And listen to the complete talk about a question. A humble request. भाई Netflix पे series कैसे देखते हो? सिर्फ small little words सुनते हो क्या वहाँ पर? You understand their entire dialogue, don't you? IELTS listening is that thing only. It's like listening to a podcast. If you trust me, if you keep your ears open for small little words, and many students do it, the moment they hear kitchen, they write it as their answer. The moment they hear garden, they write it as their answer. वो ये भी नहीं समझते हैं कि kitchen को refuse किया जा रहा है. So you need to hear, you need to listen to the entire talk and understand what is being refused and what is being confirmed. Okay? And spellings matter, guys. If you get the right word but spellings are wrong, you will not get that आधा number that you used to get in your schools. यहाँ नहीं मिलेगा. Be very careful. Do not ignore the adjectives given in the question. Question में जो adjectives दिए होते हैं, unexpected benefit, so that unexpected, surprised, shocked, irritated, these are adjectives. They play a huge role. अभी आपको पता चलेगा धीरे धीरे. Okay? Writing versus speech, like speech. We use simple idiomatic expressions, elicit. Okay, well, let's stick to listening module for now, Mohammed. You will hear vocabulary from incorrect options in MCQs. So MCQs usually you get in part 2 and part 3. And there you get wrong, from wrong answers also in the audio, you will hear some words which create confusion. So be aware of these small little traps. Just because they are using a word from wrong option does not mean that that is your answer. Be aware of these traps. Okay. Now let's get started, guys. And let's take a look at the questions first. Let's highlight the keywords together and then we'll dive deep into it. Okay. So look at the questions over here. So it's about local food shops. It says complete the notes below and look at the word limit. It says a one word and or a number. This means along with one word, मतलब एक word के साथ आप एक number भी add कर सकते हो. That's the maximum word limit here. Now let's highlight the keywords. So where to go? It says kite place, near the dash. You need to see near what. Then it says fish market. These are your subheadings. The ones which are written in red color, they are your subheadings. So fish market. Cross the dash and turn right. Cross what? The next one is best to go before dash PM. Now you know that here you need to keep your ears open for a number. So that is the prediction which I was talking about. Earlier than closing time. And then you have organic shop, which is called dash. So you need to see what exactly that shop is called. And then below a restaurant in the large gray building, look for the large dash outside. Large what? Look for that. Then it says supermarket, take a dash minibus number 289. Now, before I show you the remaining questions, we will do all 10 questions in one go. Before I show you the remaining questions, let me set the instructions straight over here. Once I play the audio, I need to see your answers in the chat box, everyone. So be very alert now because I'll be playing the audio. We'll be doing this exercise together and I want you to post your answers in the chat box, and in the end we will see how many answers you got right out of 10 questions. Okay. Now let's see question number. So this is your notes completion. Notes completion question type ऐसा दिखता है. Now let's see the table completion. Here you go. Here also your word limit is one word only, no numbers allowed this time. And now they're going to talk about shopping. So let's highlight the keywords. They're going to talk about fish market, organic shop, bakery. So things to buy and some other ideas. So in things to buy from fish market, a dozen prawns. In other ideas, it says a handful of dash, which is a type of seaweed. Let me give you a heads up, everybody. When an English name comes, in part 1, usually sometimes you will hear English names. And when an English name comes, they will spell it out letter by letter. And you have to grab the correct spellings. If a single letter goes here and there, you will not be given any score. And then it says for organic shop, it says beans and a dash for dessert. Let me give you one extra tip here. देखो blank से पहले क्या है? A. Now before a blank, if you have a or an, that means you are going to get a singular countable noun in the blank. Plural का तो chance ही नहीं है अगर a आ गया तो. Then it says spices and something. See, spices and what? And then it says for bakery, a brown loaf, a dash tart. Once again, you have a here. That means singular countable noun. Okay. Now I am going back here. While I'm setting up the audio, read the questions one final time quickly and then be prepared to post your answers in the chat box. Off you go, guys.
Test 3. This is the IELTS listening test. You will hear a number of different recordings and you will have to answer questions on what you hear. There will be time for you to read the instructions and questions and you will have a chance to check your work. All the recordings will be played once only. The test is in 4 parts. At the end of the test, you will be given 10 minutes to transfer your answers to an answer sheet. Now turn to part 1. Part 1. You will hear 2 neighbours who lived in an apartment block talking about shopping for food. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 6.
So this is your reading time, guys. Quickly read the questions once again thoroughly. It's okay, manage for now, हो जाएगा, don't worry.
Now listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 6.
Hi, Shannon. How are you settling into your new flat?
Really well, thanks.
You look like you're going shopping.
Yes, I am. My cousins are coming to stay for a couple of days, and I have to cook for them.
Well, there are plenty of places to buy food in Kite Place. It's the area by the harbour.
Oh, okay. I'll find that on the map. Thanks.
What sort of food do you need to get?
Well, neither of them eats meat, but they both like fish.
Well, there's a really good fish market there.
Oh, great. Where is it exactly?
It's at the far end of Kite Place. So you have to go over the bridge, and then it's on the right.
Okay. Is it open all day?
It doesn't close until 4, but I'd recommend going earlier than that. It does run out of some things.
Oh, I don't want that to happen.
As long as you get there by 3:30, you should be fine. It's only 11 now, so plenty of time.
Right?
Do you need to buy vegetables too?
I do. And I want to avoid all the plastic packaging in the supermarket.
Well, there's a really nice organic shop there. Now, what's it called? It's the name of a flower. I know, it's Rose.
Oh, that's a nice name.
Yeah, it sells vegetables and quite a lot of other stuff.
And where's that?
Well, as you reach the market, you'll see a big grey building on your left. I think it used to be a warehouse. Anyway, now it's a restaurant upstairs, but the ground floor has 2 shops either side of the entrance, and it's the one on the left.
That's easy enough.
You can't miss it. There's also a big sign on the pavement, so you can look for that.
Fine. I guess if I need anything else, I'll have to go to the supermarket.
Yeah, you should be able to get everything you need. But there's a minibus that goes to the supermarket if you need it. It's purple, and the number is 289.
Thanks. That's great.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 7 to 10.
Come on, guys. I need your answers also this time.
Now listen and answer questions 7 to 10.
So, what do you need to get at the fish market? The salmon is always very good, and the shellfish.
I'm going to make a curry, I think. And I need about 12 prawns for that.
They'll have plenty of those.
Okay.
Have you ever tried samphire?
No? What's that?
It's a type of seaweed.
Oh.
I just asked for a handful, and you fry it in butter. It's delicious.
Oh, I might try that. How do you spell it?
It's S-A-M-P-H-I-R-E.
Great. It's always good to try something different.
Yeah.
I'll see what beans they have in the organic shop. And I think I'll get something for dessert there.
How about a mango?
I'm not sure. They're not always ripe. I'd prefer a melon. It's bigger too.
Good idea. The owner also sells a lot of spices there that you can put in a curry, and things like coconut.
Oh, that's very helpful. I'll have a look.
No problem.
I know bread doesn't really go with curry, but I always like to have some in case.
As I said, all the bread is homemade, and there's lots of variety. I like the brown bread myself.
Sounds good.
They sell other things there too.
Like cakes? I love chocolate cake.
Well, not that. But they have a whole range of tarts. And the best are the strawberry ones.
Perfect. Hopefully I won't even have to go to the supermarket.
That is the end of part 1. You now have 1 minute to check your answers to part 1.
All right, guys. How was it? Harbor 330, rose sign purple. Mr. Gunkrit, well done. Well done. Was the volume fine, guys? Please let me know. And okay. All right. And Sudhamoy says, Sapphire, melons, like I told you, please be careful. Melons was wrong. It was spoken, number one, in the audio, it was spoken as melon without S. And I also gave you a heads up that A या an आ जाता है अगर blank से पहले तो उस केस में तो plural आ ही नहीं सकता, right? So this small little S letter can really screw your score. Please be aware of these errors and stop doing them, okay? And then you're saying coconut, strawberry, samphire, melon, coconut, nice, 10 on 10 correct. Well done everybody. How many of you want to do one more such practice? Now, in this one, I was writing the answers for you, and if you noticed the paraphrased language, let's talk about paraphrased language a little bit. So it says here near the dash. In the audio, what did they say? They said by the harbor, right? Firstly, this is how the language was paraphrased. It says here cross the bridge. But in the audio, what was written? Go over. Sorry, not written, spoken. In the audio, it was spoken, go over the bridge. So this is how the language is going to be paraphrased. And here, in place of large, in the audio, they had spoken big, right? Now, one more thing. Answer number 1 is harbor, yes, but these are UK English spellings, H-A-R-B-O-U-R. They are correct, they are perfectly fine. But somebody, if anybody has written H-A-R-B-O-R, which is US English, both are perfectly fine, both are acceptable. Your marks will not be deducted for UK or US. Don't worry about that. Right? So this is how the language is going to be paraphrased. And if you noticed, they did not just throw one number at you. They threw two numbers. Another one, which was 4, was your distractor. Right? And like I said, whenever an English name comes, they will spell it out letter by letter. So you have to grab the correct spellings. Even if one letter goes here and there, the whole answer will be marked wrong. Right? So that's about this practice. Please let me know. यहाँ खत्म कर दें या एक और practice करना है? Tell me. Do you want me to end it here? Or do you want to practice one more such exercise? Because मैंने तो बनाई है आपके लिए PPT. आप बता दो करनी है practice की नहीं. Otherwise मैं तो wrap up कर दूंगी यहाँ पे. One more, Sudhamay. All right, here we go in that case. These are the answers which we just discussed. And here you go with the second practice exercise. Okay, Mr. Batman. Your wish, my command. Here you go. Once again, we have got table completion. The word limit is one word and or a number. Never ever ignore this. Never ever ignore the word limit. And let me have my highlighter. Here you go. So this is about somebody's first day at work. Now they're going to give you the name of the supervisor, and because it's a name, an English name, they are going to give you the spellings for that. Okay, listen to the correct spellings. Where, that means place. Where to leave coat and bag. Use dash in staff room. Use what in staff room? Listen up for that. Next one is see Tiffany in HR. Now Tiffany is the name and this will not be paraphrased. So that's a great keyword. To give what? To give dash number, to collect dash. So what number and collect what? Listen up for that. And then it says location of HR office. Where exactly the location is? It is on some floor, and you can predict this much that you are going to get a number for answer number 5, right? Moving on, supervisor's mobile number. Okay, now when an English name comes, I told you that you have to grab correct spellings. But this kind of phone numbers, house numbers, they also come. So make sure each and every digit you are writing correctly. I will see your answers in the chat box, and this time I won't be writing answers here on board. So this time, let's see your answers in the chat box. I mean, in the comment section. I really get confused between chat and comment in the comment section. Okay, anyway, what I was saying was that get the correct mobile number, guys. Okay, do not let even a single digit go here and there. Moving on. Okay, once again, table completion. Let's see the word limit, one word only. And or a number, that means एक word के साथ आप एक number भी add करके लिख सकते हो. That's the minimum limit. Okay, sorry, maximum limit. Now they are going to talk about responsibilities of whoever is joining. First day at work, है ना? So responsibilities. This is your task 1 column, task 2 column, and this is your notes column. Never ignore these headings. Now it says bakery section. Check sell by dates. Change price labels. Notes, use dash labels. What labels? Listen up for that. Next, sushi takeaway counter. Restock with dash boxes if needed. What kind of boxes? Listen up for that. Wipe preparation area and clean the sink. Do not clean any knives. And the next one, meat and fish counters. Clean the serving area, including the weighing scales. Collect dash for the fish from the cold room. Collect what for the fish? Listen up for that. And then must wear special dash. So special what? Listen up for that. Okay, so here you go. While I'm setting up the audio, give it one quick thorough read once again, guys. Off you go.
Test 4. This is the IELTS listening test. You will hear a number of different recordings and you will have to answer questions on what you hear. There will be time for you to read the instructions and questions and you will have a chance to check your work. All the recordings will be played once only. The test is in 4 parts. At the end of the test, you will be given 10 minutes to transfer your answers to an answer sheet. Now turn to part 1. Part 1. You will hear a supervisor in a supermarket talking to a new worker on her first day. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 6. Now listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 6.
Hello, Charlotte. I'm Caden, one of the supervisors. Welcome to the team.
Hi, Aidan.
It's Caden.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, don't worry. People often get my name wrong. They never know how to spell it. It's Kaeden, in case you ever need to write it.
I'll try and remember.
So, there are a few practical things you need to sort out this morning. Then I'll show you what you're going to do today.
The email I received said to go to the front desk to show my letter of appointment and pick up my badge.
You'll need that for the staff room and other areas of the supermarket where shoppers aren't allowed. So, after you've finished at the front desk, I'll take you to the staff room. Put your coat and rucksack in one of the lockers there. Take whichever one is free.
Will I have a key?
Yes, try not to lose it. At the end of the day, leave it in the door for the next person to use.
Will do.
You also need to go to the HR department to see Tiffany. She's really helpful.
I was told to bring my passport with me. HR need to take a note of the number in it.
That's right. Or you can show your ID card.
I don't have one of those.
Okay. Tiffany will give you a uniform. They have lots in different sizes, so you just tell her what you need. I won't come with you to HR. I've got to go and sort something else out. Problem with a bread slicer.
Is the HR office near the staff room?
The staff room's on the first floor, and HR are a couple of floors above that, on the third floor. There's a staircase outside the staff room.
Okay.
When you're finished with HR, come and find me in the bakery section of the shop.
I'm looking forward to getting started.
I'll just give you my phone number in case you can't find me. Have you got your phone there?
Yes. Okay. Ready?
It's 0412 66 5903.
Okay. Done.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 7 to 10.
Come on, guys, let me see your answers.
Now listen and answer questions 7 to 10.
So, Charlotte, your tasks today are in the bakery section, on the sushi counter, and on the meat and fish counters. The first job is to check sell-by dates on the bread and cakes. If any of the dates are today's, put a new price label on the packaging.
What if any of the labels are yesterday's dates or older? Do I throw those items away?
Yes, but that shouldn't happen. We check the stock every day. When something needs a new price label, put a yellow one on the package, next to the original price.
Okay.
After that, you'll go to the sushi takeaway counter.
Will I be preparing boxes of food?
For today, you'll just be helping the staff.
Yes, of course.
You'll see lots of flat cardboard boxes at one end of the counter. Beneath those is where we keep the plastic boxes. We run out of those really quickly, so you should bring more from the storeroom.
Is that my only task on the sushi counter?
No, you also need to clean the area where they prepare the dishes. There are cloths and bottles of spray by the sink. Oh, and please make sure you clean that too.
Sure. That's important, isn't it?
Absolutely, but you mustn't wash up knives. You have to do some training before you're allowed to touch sharp objects.
What should I do if there are any?
Ask someone to put them in the dishwasher.
Okay, thanks. I don't want to get anything wrong.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. And I'll be around to help.
Right.
Finally, the meat and fish counters. You need to clean the area where staff serve customers, including wiping the weighing scales.
Okay. Anything else?
The fish is laid on ice, but when that starts to melt, you'll need to get more from the cold room.
I know the staff on the food counters wear a hat. Will that be the same for me?
You won't be serving customers directly, so no. But make sure you put on thermal gloves when you take anything out of the cold room. The temperature's low enough in there to get frostbite from touching things.
Understood.
That is the end of part 1. You now have 1 minute to check your answers to part 1.
All right, everyone, let me see your answers. Plastic, ice, glow. Second one, I don't know. Third will be passport. All right. Yellow, plastic. All right. Do you want to see the answers quickly and check how many did you get right out of 10? Do you want me to show you the answers? Yes. Yellow kiska answer? All right. Okay, fine. Let me show you the answers quickly and then you tell me your score out of 10. Here you go. These are your answers. Tell me how many did you get right out of 10, everybody? बताओ बताओ. First you tell me, then I'll tell you the offers that we are starting from today for you guys. Ten on 10. Wonderful, Shanu. 7 out of 10. Great, Subhamay. That's a great score. What about the rest of you? 7 out of 10, Mr. Batman. That's a great score. Okay, do you know which part this was? This was IELTS listening part 1. And I can see you guys have done a great job. Like 7 out of 10 is a very nice score. 10 on 10 is excellent. Simay says 10 on 10. Well done, Simay. Well done. Okay, now listen to me. This was part 1 of IELTS listening. Part 1 means the easiest part. We are going to cover part 2, part 3 and part 4 also in the coming live lectures. And as we proceed to the other parts, the level of difficulty is going to increase just a slight little bit, okay? So stay tuned if you want to practice the other 3 parts as well. Now, before I wrap up today's session, I have got some offers to tell you guys. Firstly, we offer 2 batches for IELTS. One is IELTS Expert batch. Another one is IELTS Expert Pro batch. And on both these batches, we are offering huge discounts which are starting today. These are month end, September end discounts. And for IELTS Expert batch, if you are interested in getting into it, if you are interested in enrolling yourself, so if you enroll in the coming few days of September, you can get into this batch for 6,499 only. And if you are somebody who wants to enroll yourself in IELTS Expert Pro batch, then the fee for that is 7,999. In both these batches, you are going to be a part of interactive classes, and you are going to get one-on-one sessions also, which are with PW trainers. Apart from me, there are 4 other trainers. So whichever trainers batch you take, you will be getting one-on-one sessions also with them, which is the major highlight of our classes, right? All right, Shanu, thank you very much for that. And with that, it's a wrap, guys. I hope I was able to help you in some little way. And now I'll be seeing you in the next lecture next week, of course. So take care, everybody. Till then, bye-bye. I'll see you. Have a great day. How get help with part 4. So part 4 listening will be done by me next week. Stay tuned till that session. Don't worry, we'll talk about part 4 in detail, Subhamay. Don't worry at all. I'll talk about it in the next week. Next week live में इसकी बात करेंगे हम, ठीक है? For now, have a great day, guys. Bye bye. See you soon.